She came marching down the rocky trail like a queen on a mission, holding a clipboard in one hand and her phone in the other, barking orders as if the trees themselves answered to her. "You can't be here," she shouted without even asking who I was. "This is HOA property, and only members are allowed to use these trails and cabins." I was stunned for a second, not because she confronted me, but because of how confidently wrong she was. I had been working on restoring this quiet old cabin for a few weekends now, clearing leaves, fixing windows, adding life back into the wooden structure that stood tucked away in the valley. I bought this 40-acre valley last month after years of city life drained me. I wanted nothing but peace, silence, and some good air. But peace clearly was not part of her vocabulary. I told her calmly, "Ma'am, I own this land." She rolled her eyes like I had cracked a joke. "I've lived here 10 years. I know everyone who owns property here. You're not on the list." Before I could say more, she pulled out her phone and called the sheriff. I didn't panic. I knew truth was on my side. When the officer arrived, she rushed toward him, pointing at me like I was a wild animal. "That man's trespassing. He's squatting on community land." The sheriff approached me, cautious but professional. I reached into my truck, handed him the deed, land survey maps, and ownership papers. He studied them carefully, looked at me, then looked at her. "Ma'am," he said, "not only does he own this cabin, he owns this entire valley, everything from the creek to the ridge." She stood frozen, her face turning pale, then red, then pale again. Without a word, she turned around and walked away, silent for the first time. Later that evening, I sat on the porch sipping coffee, watching the sunset, thinking, people assume a lot when they wear the wrong crown. What would you have done if someone called the cops on you for living on your own land?